good morning to everybody and welcome to Lotus Malaysia. I thank you for taking time today from your busy schedule to share the moment together with us to introduce the first ever Lotus flagship showroom and center here in Malaysia. This is a very exciting day indeed for us at Lotus, Cars Malaysia and Proton, both of which are members of the DRB HiCom family. Today we are proud to introduce to you and share with you our valued customers and all Malaysians the first ever flagship showroom and center for Lotus in Malaysia, not only where we will showcase and offer all Lotus products and merchandise, but it is a one-stop Lotus center for Lotus owners alike in Malaysia. I'm happy also to introduce today two new Lotus models to the Malaysian automotive scene. This marks the new beginning for Lotus in Malaysia. The models are the Exige S and the Elise S. These cars are new improved variances of the existing popular Lotus models worldwide. These cars represent the best of the Lotus right now, but I can assure you that there will be more of Lotus to come. The best is yet to come.
So a little bit of history where Lotus came from. Colin Chapman, our founder, started the company in 1948. Colin Chapman was somebody very special. He was a very, very clever engineer. And a lot of his information that went on the race cars found a way into the road cars, which is why we have a really good branding with our road cars there. And as I say, just try one of our cars and you will understand what I mean. Not only do they look fantastic, but they drive better than they look.
Because Lotus is very much an engineering company, really. Historically, it's always been very strong. But what we've done differently also, apart from solid engineering, we've added in some styling to our new Exige S and also Elise S as well.
One of the key things we wanted to do was retain the Exige core characteristics, which are agility, grip, track day potential, and to deliver an experience that is unique to the market sector. The most interesting feature on this is we give drivers the option to select different modes. We have touring, sport, race and off. I'll just go into a bit more detail about the different modes. Touring mode is developed for everyday driving, for all conditions. It offers the most amount of support to a driver, but it offers a intervention with a very progressive. Sport mode, so you switch to sport mode with a DPM switch. What this starts to do is starts to hand control back to the driver. So dependent on your skill level, you select which mode is appropriate to you. Sport mode then removes the understeer recognition, so no longer is the system controlling what the car is doing, the driver is now starting to control it. But one of the cleverest features, and it's unique to this product, is race mode. Race mode is a really interesting feature. It's difficult to demonstrate it on the road without getting arrested, so it's a good idea to do this on the track. But what the system effectively does, is calculates the grip available to the driver. So if a driver is driving around a corner on a racetrack, he gets to the apex, he effectively puts his foot flat to the floor, and then the system will deliver the correct amount of torque to the loaded wheel every 20 milliseconds to give you the maximum traction out of the corner. It's a very impressive system. We've tested with different drivers, and 95% of the drivers are quicker with the system on than with the system off. System off, this is a very important feature. Many cars you drive, when you switch the system off, it's not always off. Importantly for Lotus, because Lotus cars are all about driving, when the system is off, it is off. So you can drift the car and then the driver is in full control of it.
Three, two, one. And with that, the Lotus Showroom Center is officially open.
seeing that people still want to buy Lotus because of the great name. This is a great name in the racing world. It's a great name in the sports car industry. So many people would like to buy Lotus. So they set about to change the image of Lotus. They spend a lot of time studying Lotus. Of course, they have to make managerial changes. They have to adopt systems which were not familiar to Lotus in the past. They had actually initiated many changes, and I think the result is already showing.
For coming and joining us at this very auspicious occasion, graced by our Manubagir and Dr. Mahathir Mohamad, first Lotus showroom and center in Malaysia. And please support us, and I'm sure that you'll see a new beginning for Lotus, the lifestyle of Lotus in Malaysia.
We are revitalizing Lotus and introducing Lotus into the country. Yeah, we have spent about 7 million ringgit on this outlet. This will be the standard CI for Lotus that we carried locally and worldwide. For the time being in Malaysia, Proton Holdings Berhad, being the parent company, will be the only company that will carry out the showrooms. Yeah? We will not appoint dealers yet in Malaysia. We will go through our own networking. But overseas, we have 140 outlets currently.
That's one of the first showrooms under DRB ICOM. We launched it in London, as what Dr. Sri Kamil said, right in the heart of the city of London, a junction between Piccadilly Circus and Regent Street.
This is actually mainly for the Malaysian operation, but more importantly actually for the regional support that actually Lotus is going to do going forward to support Lotus in UK. So this center will be supporting the distribution, the 3S of the regional operation of Lotus. So Malaysia is second home for Lotus, and this center will be used as a regional center actually for the 3S of Lotus on this region, the ASEAN and Oceania.
And I hope, and I'm sure you will pray for us so that our efforts will result in good success. I thank you very much.
Thank you very much, members of the media.